The United States is multicultural. People of many different backgrounds live in the same place. In Miami, Florida, many people are of Hispanic descent. And in one part of Miami, many people are of Cuban descent. Here it's common to hear Cuban music, see people dancing the mambo, and smell the aromas of Cuban food like arroz con pollo. That's chicken and rice. English may be the most common language in the rest of the country, but here you're more likely to hear Spanish. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the government organization that counts the population, Hispanics, who also call themselves Latinos, are one of the fastest growing segments of the population in the United States. Many people of Hispanic origin in the United States live in the West and the South. At the southern tip of Florida, you'll find one of the largest communities of Hispanics of Cuban origin. This is Little Havana, named for the capital city of Cuba. Cuba is about 90 miles south of Miami. Cubans first came to the U.S. in large numbers in 1868 during a revolution in Cuba. One of the main Cuban cigar factories moved to the U.S., and many Cubans followed. Again in 1959, after Fidel Castro took power of the government, Cubans fled to the U.S. More than 350,000 Cubans left, and a third settled in Florida. Another wave of migration occurred in the 1980s. Today, Cubans represent about 4% of the total Hispanic population living in the United States. Even though it is on American soil, Little Havana is much like the Cuban capital. It's easy to find the same foods, drinks, and music found in Havana, Cuba. The hot sun and humid air also remind Cubans of home. As an island, Cuba has many cities located, like Miami, on the coast. Not all Cubans who have left Cuba reside in Little Havana, but this is a thriving Cuban community. In fact, the largest Hispanic festival held in the United States, the Calle Ocho Festival, takes place in Little Havana every year. This festival was started over 20 years ago to promote cultural understanding between Hispanics and the rest of the Miami residents. It has become a huge event and a Miami tradition. Although Cubans have succeeded in preserving their cultural identity, they have still become a part of Miami life.